Division 1. We're at Brazil, and I am hoping for a good race and hopefully a lot less stressful than what I've just had to endure in the football. I'm here with Velocity. I'm back after last week, but yeah, Velocity's still here, obviously, to help me out. And yeah, we're at Brazil, full grid. We have we got some reserves in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have got some, but
Deuces. We have Rick Dalton reserving and Sloth basically.
Yeah. I keep forgetting he's a reserve. That's why. But yeah,
he's in a new car every week.
Either way, good turnout, and full grid, which is really good. So yeah, happy to be here, and hopefully we've got a great race on the way. Brazil, obviously, you can. Most of the time, it is a dry race, but can throw in some cheeky weather conditions. Yeah.
Waste.
Wow, I did not know that you couldn't pronounce your R's, but there you go.
I'm a child.
Yeah, no, we've had some of the greatest moments in the wet at Brazil. That 2016 race.
Do you know what? Changeable condition. Oh, for fuck's sake, it looks very dry. I'm telling you what.
There's still the race.
If we can get changeable conditions for the race,
we do love changeable conditions.
You always see a baller race if you got changeable conditions. Always. And someone usually unexpected wins it as well.
Exactly.
Well, most of the time.
Well, last year in VIL 1, it was Young Lights who won. He got his only race win of the season.
Well, we had a changeable conditions in Baku as well. And Bottle Job Peas won it.
Yeah, for once he didn't bottle it. Quite incredible. I
have fond memories of Peas crashing out on this track. Not gonna lie.
Well, I think we all have fond memories of Peas crashing out at every track. It's quite a common theme.
Well, he crashed out last week.
Yeah. Anyway.
I wonder if these guys will ever.
Yeah, I mean, how much small talk are they expecting of us here? Because they're literally not going out.
Honestly, they're being really stubborn today. I feel like something's got into them.
We have got movement finally, but whilst we're waiting for the first car to come out, Bukayo Saka is the greatest player of all time. Okay, and that's the end of that debate. We've got who we've got first.
It's already a debate,
well,
was it?
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything. We have
Farhad's first out on track.
Yeah, Farhad.
Do you reckon they organised it or something?
Maybe.
Just to not listen to me
I wonder if anyone's going to crash in the pit lane, because obviously it's quite a fast pit lane to exit out of. And it's quite a fast one to come into, but I think most of the time people have the issues when they're coming out of it, because obviously you're trying to get out on track as quickly as possible. So you're putting your foot down, but it's not quite flat out, is it? You can quite easily get wing damage, etc.
Maybe in the race, but I highly doubt it.
Oh yeah, no, I highly doubt it here. And it's irrelevant in qualifying anyway.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Cheers. Chazza saying evening. I'm for the rest of VIL 1. Good luck. Honestly. This is probably one of the nicest tracks to actually drive. And Denzo's loaded up the mediums. Rick Dalton's... Yeah, they know something, because those two are related, and they're the only ones on mediums.
But why would you go mediums in Q1? That doesn't make
Look, this is what I'm saying. They know something. And something's happening. Chapelele is now on the mediums. We might be expecting rain at some point.
Well, why would they still go on the mediums even if there is expecting rain? I guess to have more soft tyres for the race, I don't know. But
they might be magic people. Maybe wet race, I don't know.
Anyway, Farhad is the first one who starts this lap, going down to the first sector now. In that Alfa Romeo. Obviously the Alfa Romeo livery, which has been sort of switched around. It's the red at the bottom and the white at the top.
I prefer it.
I think everyone prefers it. It's, to be fair, the Alfa Romeo car, I think of
I think we prefer it though, because it's different, isn't it?
Yeah, but also I think, the Alfa Romeo of this year actually was quite a nice looking car anyway. I think it was a bit underrated, went under the radar. But obviously the one for the 2021 season is far better and definitely the best livery we've seen so far. It's just simple but beautiful.
What do you think of the Red Bull livery?
It's so different. It's got to be my favourite ever. It's just the difference
in it.
The
blue is just...
I don't know where they got the idea from. They must have...
No, I don't. Inspirational. They probably started a charity event or something. Just to really rally up some proper imaginative thoughts.
So Farhad goes across the line first with a 107.
There's
7.2,
yeah, they've definitely done
and then
something
Phil's
to 5 lappers.
Mars has done a 107.563. Tango now goes quickest with a 106.848. Denzo currently on a lap. He's obviously on the medium tyres in sector 2 at the moment, taking it nice and easy.
You're gonna say evening? Rick Dalton's just invalidated on the last sector.
Well, that's frustrating for him. Next to come across the line, then will be Denzo because of Rick Dalton's invalidation. As I actually click on, and that is not. It's going
competitive 113.
Yep, Denzo had a bit of an error there in the final sector. Still, a 107.1 is very good with the medium tyres.
I've been looking at the Discord between these guys, and I'm seeing predictions of a 106.2 as a pole position time. That's pretty quick, and obviously, Pete's also telling anyone if they get into the 5s, they're a nonce. So
actually, he said terrorist. Get your
same thing,
right? No, if you combine the two, though, that's a very dangerous person. But Total Peace will be the next one to come across the line, and this is looking like a good time. It's a 107 flat, 107.009 actually to be precise. Blaze has just gone quickest, 106.786. So there's 2 people in the 7s. We look to Emerson's actually just coming out the pits now. Chapelady has done a lap. That's on the mediums.
Rick Dalton's coming around to finish his next lap.
I just missed him.
Well,
there he is. Yep.
He's literally coming around now. But no, very, very picturesque.
He's
he's not. Picturesque track. I hope we never lose it.
Yeah, we were obviously at risk of losing it this year, but thankfully didn't. In the end, that has been confirmed on the calendar. Young Light's on an out lap at the moment. He will be going on his lap soon. Who's on a lap? Jesse's just started his lap. FTH actually is furthest along. We'll stick on board with him in the Red Bull at the moment. And he's invalidated. If I'm a bit more frazzled than usual, it is because my brain is trying to process the shit show that I saw earlier.
Arsenal are a great team, aren't they?
Not good for your mental health.
Chazza's speaking. Well, think about being a Spurs supporter. We've gone 13 years without a trophy today.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. Yeah.
Chazza saying a 106.3 for pole position, and I don't think it's going to be me.
Yeah, I think it will.
Chaz.
I think it will be. I don't think it's going to be as low as a 106.2. To be honest, I think it's going to be a 106.4.
Looking at the talent we have in here, I definitely feel like it could be.
Of course, it could be. Well, I'm saying my prediction.
I'm just saying, right? My personal best around this track is a 6.7. So.
Blaze has already matched that.
I think it's gonna go quite a bit lower.
Well, we will see anyway. Young Light's on his lap. Big lock up there. Obviously, hoping to find a bit more pace. Sort of the pace that he showed at the start of last season before his internet woes. Those internet woes have been fixed, thankfully, but now he seems to have lost his pace a bit more from last season. But he will gain that back.
Has apparently got a new wheel and pedals tonight, and that's why it's going to be probably off the pace of what he would usually be. He's had very little practice on it. And there is a Sloth stopped on the track. Sloth, you need to get going before you get DSQ'd, mate.
Oh my god, Young Lights is just invalidated at the line, and he did a 106.8. But it was invalid. He invalidated right at the line. That is going to make you want to... He's going to
drive himself.
I would honestly drive into a wall after that. Like, I'd be so angry. That was a really good time as well. But yeah, so Young Light's showing pace and potential around this track. Then Liamier next to, well, actually it'll be the McLaren in front that gets the lap in before him. And
popcorn's lethal, mate. Don't eat it.
Okay, there's the advice from Velocity there for you guys.
It gets stuck all everywhere.
Emerson starting his lap now. Emerson is currently our championship leader, actually. Obviously, his first full season in VIL. He was a reserve for half of last season, despite the fact of him turning up to pretty much every race as a reserve. But his patience has been rewarded, and he's currently sitting top of the standings, as I mentioned, coming into the Senna S's now.
In terms of the standings, though, he's only Denzo's only a point behind him as well.
Oh yeah, it's close.
And Blaze and Chapelele are only 8 points behind him.
Every point's going to count this season. Every point is going to count. So, Peas, if you're listening, if you've blown it, but you're still going to get P10, don't retire in the pits on the last lap. Just like you did in Zandvoort.
Chapelele's said an easy 5 for pole.
That man disgusts me. That man disgusts me how quick he is. Emerson then comes across the line. He does a 106.846. So look how close this is looking at the moment. Looking pretty good.
107.2 by Rick. Well,
Sloth has just done a 107.3. We got Beefy, Chazza, FDH, all in outlaps.
Can I actually ask you guys?
That was naughty. Just done a 106.7.
A little bit quick. To be honest, though, I know he's actually really quick.
Yeah, he loves this track.
So, Jesse put a question mark. I'll be seeing what this is. Is there a stream?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm literally.
I mean, I'm just baffled. Sorry, I'm baffled. Right,
I'm just gonna share it to him directly.
Yeah,
because...
if he's gonna be that dumb. We got a couple of comments actually. I'll just who's on a lap now?
I was very confused. Part of me asking that question was like, did we?
I was panicking, but then I remembered all these comments. How are you reading all these comments if we hadn't started?
I'll just be making up. I've gone on some sort of psychotic break.
I'd be very impressed if you made all those comments up, to be honest. So Tango says the title is
well,
wrong.
I don't. To be honest, I really don't believe Chapelele would let it go quietly if there wasn't a stream. Let's be honest.
Why is the title wrong? VIL Division 1 Season 3 Race 3.
No, people are just chatting shit.
Yeah, that's the right title. I'm not having that. That's awful. How dare you make up crap? That is literally the right title. Beefy comes across the line now. And he's got a P15.
Tango's
Blaze
not doing Q2
retired.
apparently.
Yeah. Well, you know, Tango, I would feel bad for you, but you just made up stuff about me, and I'm really upset. Miss Younglight says definitely the worst feeling to invalidate on the straight. Yeah, that looked really painful. FDH isn't going to make that same mistake though. He crosses the line. 107.563 currently knocks Beefy out. We've just had a lap put in by Phil Razor 107.1. Young Lights is going again. Young Lights is going again, obviously, after that invalidation.
Ferrari pairing looks very, very good, actually. A very under-the-radar team, in my opinion.
Yep. So Shap's saying it's getting very cloudy in Q3, so it'll be hard to do the 1 minute 5s. So that will complicate things, obviously, the cloudy conditions. Also, Tango saying, read it wrong, I repent for my sins. Well, you better, because that really hurt me.
See, I couldn't have read that word.
Yes,
so
but you also couldn't have spelt it either, as we know.
Alright, calm down.
Young Lights then, obviously, he did a very good, he's sliding him out there, he did a very good time, but invalidated literally right at the line, so he's going to be looking for a better one this time. Well, it's not a better lap, but just a valid lap. This isn't looking as quick as his other lap, not going to lie. And he goes very close to the line there, as he does.
Don't invalidate.
He's managed to not invalidate. But it is, as I said, it looks slower. It looks slower than the other one. But the main thing, he's got a valid lap in, and that should be him through into Q2. So Knowlesy, the only one not to have done a lap, but we know he likes to do this, don't we? Him and Dan. They enjoy not doing qualifying for whatever reason.
Well, Dan's boycotted the race today. He's busy doing other things. And he's left Knowlesy, his teammate, on his own. Well, he's got the company of good old Rick. And maybe they might be having a nice little chat in the pits now, as they're both there.
I think they'll be deep in conversation with their engineers rather than with each other. These guys are professionals.
I don't know about that.
No,
we have got a team of Emerson and Peas.
No, Peas is the only non-professional here.
But actually,
he's just there to be the comedian.
I'm pretty sure.
Emerson.
Emerson's changed his helmet. I'm 90% sure this week. I might be mistaken, but I think he has.
FTH is doing his. Oh no, he's going to come in the pits. I was about to say he'd be on his 4th lap if he would have gone again on that same soft tyre. Farhad's on a lap. He's a 10th up.
Hilker's signature.
Chapelele's out again on the mediums. He's a 10th up in the 2nd sector. Little bit of
Chapelele's a weird boy, alright.
We know this.
Leave it to him.
Yeah, like saying he changed his helmet too, and he's saying that's annoying being 3/10 of my time. Yeah, but the main thing is he got a valid time.
Yeah.
Wow, 106, 106.9 on the mediums.
2 off. What pole? And I've just seen a
I saw that in the background as well.
Liam,
I saw that. Yeah.
Liam, where did you go, mate?
This is a very interesting line he's taking at the moment. I rate it. But yeah, that was very interesting to see. Jesse about to come across the line, and he does a 106.664 and goes fastest. Jesse. Wow.
Jesse, where's that come from,
I don't know. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be quick. Emerson's slightly down. He's 31 milliseconds down in Sector 2. Let's see if he can improve his time. He's coming into the pits. So he's going to settle for just going through and not flexing. But Jesse, yeah. I thought he'd be, top 10, but I didn't think he'd be right up there.
I kind of got used to seeing him mid-table, pretty much. I never really counted him in for a time like that, and he's just gone and blown my mind. Well, but yeah, he did say he got his internet fixed. 2 hours of practice, that is. There for you that lap, apparently.
Well, he did say the practice was going well. He was excited for this race, so I think he'll be very pleased that he's able to do it, because with that time he is showing some serious pace. Obviously, I think if Shap is right and there's clouds on the way, we will see not necessarily as quick times in Q3, but either way, I'm pretty sure we'll see some. I think
we'll definitely hit a 6.3, 6.2. It's whether Chapelele, Denzo, Blaze, or maybe even Jesse can break into that 5s. I mean,
Tango starting his lap now. We've got 4 people retired at the moment in the pits, all in the pits, no one retired on track.
Get a 10th quicker than the likes of Blaze, Emerson and Pease, you have to be on it, though. These guys ain't no slouches. But no, that's a brilliant time. As we've got Gods coming out for another run. He's in danger of being knocked out. But obviously, if he improves,
about that.
If he improves on his time enough, he'll put his teammate in danger.
Yeah, because Mars, as you say, he's in danger because he's in the pits. He's not going to get out in time, I don't think.
Well, I don't know. We might be another 40 seconds behind.
I scrapped that. We're always 40 seconds behind. No, he's fine because he's going out the pits now. He's fine. Chazza also coming out of the pits, and Beefy starting his lap. So currently in the danger zone in terms of who's currently being eliminated, should I say. FIFA, Beefy, FTH,
Well, it looks like Nosey is going to be eliminated,
Liam, and Nosey. Yeah, Liam, and Nosey are both going to be eliminated. I think that is Liam, coming out now, actually. Or is it Nosey?
Yeah, it is. Maybe we're a minute behind, I don't know.
Yeah, if anyone on the stream...
They did sit there. They did sit there for quite a while.
Can anyone on the stream please tell us what the time difference is from the stream to from what we get?
Chapelele's usually on that, but he hates us this week. And
well, he's retired, so he's got no excuse not to speak to us. But yeah, currently, as I said, being eliminated: FIFA, Beefy, Gods, FTH, Liam, and Nosey. But that will
45 seconds.
Okay, that could change. Thanks for that shot. That could change. As I said, Beefy, the furthest one, he's going to be the first one out of these lot to cross the line in the elimination zone.
Liam's getting around. If it's 45.
It's going to be close.
Oh, no, Gods is going to be out. Gods is going to be out. He's about 1.5 seconds off. Is Beefy going to get
through? No, he's not. Beefy doesn't improve. Gods is definitely not improving. Yeah, that's a real shame. Yeah, Gods and Beef. Well, he could go again if he's got enough fuel, actually. FTH will be the next one out of these guys who's in danger.
3 temps up on his time at the moment. That will put him in temporary safety Whether it'll get him far enough up that board, though, we'll have to see. That's a brilliant time there, really.
Yeah, that's a good time. That's definitely him safe. Mars is a 10th up. He did manage to cross the line. Oh, he's invalidated. No, Mars is invalidated. So he is
Rick
currently...
Dalton's now out on a lap as well.
Chazza,
he's going to have to...
Chazza in the drop zone at the moment, and he's on a lap. Beefy,
Your mic sounds
again.
like you're plugging it in and out. You might want to sort that out quickly. Yeah, no, Chazza's on his... Yeah,
he's 4
we've got
tenths
Rick
up.
Dalton coming around, though. He's looking like he's going to quite easily bump his way through. He's 4 tenths up. A 6-8, yeah, easy.
Well, what about Chazza? He was 4 tenths up, and it's a 106.9.
He's dropping Mars, and Mars is out.
Yeah, Mars is out. Beefy's going in. Gods is invalidated. Yeah, that is everyone finished then in terms of using the
three new guys are all out.
Yeah, Division 2.
Liam and Nosey.
Division 2 do not like this track, do they? We've yeah, the drivers that we lose then, Sloth squeezes through. The drivers we lose are CRX Mars, FIFA Beefy, Gods, Liam and Nosey. Nosey the only one not to do a time in the end. So that concludes Q1 for you as we wait for the drivers to be wheeled into the pit lane and molested by their engineers. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Yeah,
Very
we wait for the drivers.
paddock you have.
I'm just speaking from my experience in the paddock. You know, I have Mazepin as my engineer.
Is that what happens as Racing Point nowadays?
I have Mazepin in my paddock, so it's very touchy-feely. It's pretty good, but you know.
Very controversial engineer to have.
Yeah, but you know, it keeps me on my toes.
Well,
literally.
we've got Jesse on. Well, if Jesse can put in another time like that, I mean, there's no saying he couldn't get pole.
Absolutely, and yeah, good showing from Rick as well at the end there. And obviously, around this track, you're going to see very close times, regardless of how competitive the grid is.
I'm just surprised Chapelele and Denzo are so close to pole. Really?
Yeah, considering they were on the mediums, and that maybe gives an indication that they are potentially the 2 front runners. But don't rule out Emerson, don't rule out Blaze, and don't rule out Jesse or Total Peace, because Total Peace does like this track. German saying cancelled. Oh, you can't cancel me. I'm too good a commentator. I'm joking, but yeah, I'm sure people are used to my humour by now. If not, they just need to eat a dick.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow up. Well said. So yeah, obviously now we're going to see strategy come into play.
And
Tango's
is
crashed!
Out.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! He's horrific!
He's crashed in the paddock. His car has exploded in the paddock.
God's is left. He's had enough.
Well, he's traumatised because he's just seen the explosion in the paddock. Everyone's on fire. The whole team is burning alive.
Do you actually remember when who's pit?
Maldonado Williams after he won in Spain.
They got set alight, didn't they?
Yeah, like literally they were celebrating his win, and then the car sort of blew up. Well, it didn't blow up, but it caught fire. Yeah.
There was another place. Was it Malaysia where they got petrol bombed as well?
Yep. They do like fire. First out is Jesse, so we will continue the VIL tradition and sit on board with him for the first lap in Q2. He's decided to go out on the softs. Actually, if I just get the tyre thing out, I'm presuming that we're not going to see the medium tyre from Chapelele or Denzo, and yeah, they've both selected softs because obviously they used that tyre in Q1 to flex.
I think it is a soft hard though.
It is, but you can do medium softs potentially. I
do think they drop off too quick though.
They do.
And by the end, you are
obviously
dead.
And also, you can two-stop around here if there's safety car, etc. So it's not one of those tracks where you sort of have to start on the mediums really, or you're going to really struggle. So I understand it. Anyway, Jesse's gone out on the softs. He was quickest in Q1 with a 106.6 in the end. Let's see what he can do in Q2. Coming down, starting his lap down to the first corner. Tango's left the session. I hope he's got more invites because we can't invite him. Oh yeah, it's his funeral. Yeah. Oh no, of course, yeah, he was going. You might want to give Mars a invite back. Was it Mars or Gods who left the session? I can't remember.
They have each other anyway.
Okay, yeah. Well, you hear it first. The VIL Division 1 admin is a lazy twat.
Look, there's a friendship here. If you have a tag, I presume you're going to be in a party with each other and love each other until the day you die. It's basically a marriage at that point, like me and Robbie.
Yeah, I would sum up that as a marriage. I completely agree. The VIL community, we're a very screwed up marriage, but Jesse!
Oh, he's invalidated.
Yeah. I thought, he's risking it a lot on his first go to. Yeah, he's invalidated. At least he's invalidated it so he can go into the pits or go again. He's clearly got the fuel. He's clearly got the fuel to go again.
And apparently the tyre wear.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that considering he's on the softs to go again. Who's going to be next to cross the line? It's going to be Denzo, I think, or one of the Red Bulls anyway. It is FTH, and then followed by his teammate Denzo, 106.447.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a banker. That's the quickest time we've seen so far in both qualifying sections. What about
not messing
Phil?
about, are they?
No, they're not. Phil is going to come across the line now. It's a 107.3. That was in P2 at the moment. P's out on the medium tyres. Young Light's out on the medium tyres. Big lock up there at turn 1.
Blaze is out on the mediums as well.
Next to
Chapelele did a 1.486.
Jeez, that is close. Yep. Next across the line actually will be.
I was a little bit lost actually. I was wondering if he'd had the glitch and he just got booted out.
Yeah. So I am Sloth starts his lap.
There.
Jesse hasn't invalidated this time.
It's not going to be a 6, I wouldn't have thought though.
Well, yeah, and he's also risking damaging his tyres if he can't improve. Yeah, 106.6. So he pretty much matches what he did last time out. Pease does a 107.2 on the medium tyres. Young Lights, it's you know what I'm impressed with so far, and I hope I don't curse it. Everyone's getting out of the way of each other very nicely indeed.
Yeah,
so Division 2, if you're watching, please look at this for an example. So far.
Well, yeah, the awareness in this division is on another level, really, isn't it?
Young Lights with the 107.3 with the mediums. Emerson.
I don't think him or Pease are actually going to be safe. If I'm being really honest.
Oh, it's going to be.
Everyone else is actually. Most other people are out on the soft. You've got Gurman out on the soft. Emerson's
107.2.
Yeah, they're not going to be safe on those mediums. Definitely not. They're going to have to come back out.
We see people get out of the way. Farhad on a lap.
I don't even know if Blaze will be safe, to be honest.
Sloth has done a 107.4. Farhad got into Q2 as he did last time, but he missed out on Q3 last race. I saw that. I was supporting him in the stream. Let's see if he can get into Q3 this time. So it looks like to guarantee getting through, you need to be in a 106. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, massively. Blaze is... Oh my god, a big wiggle by Gurman there. But no, Blaze is looking a bit sketchy on the edge. Gurman's done a purple sector 1, now invalidated, so that's completely pointless. Chapelele's now retired. He's safe, and he definitely is.
Oh, Farhad's had a moment here. He's where on earth is he?
Playing hide and seek.
He's got to be careful not to get disqualified here.
Yeah, he's
going to get disqualified.
He seems a bit stuck, and he's back.
Okay, good. He's managed to escape. I was really worried he's going to get himself disqualified. He's currently P9 and getting through to Q3, although a long way to go.
I'm sure Chapelele would like to see his teammate get through as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. We've had some more comments. Tango saying, I'm only not qualifying today because I'm sick of going it for in quali just to lose it all in the race. Well, most of the time, to be fair, it's not through you, it's through your hard drive. Sloth is going to set a 121.2. That's quite remarkable. Gurman's about to start another lap.
I can get the frustration, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not ideal at all. Buy a new hard drive, Tango.
Gurman Energetics in the chat as well. Gurman is going to go again. Everyone else is either on in laps or in the pits. So we're going to stick on board with Gurman. He does another purple first sector, showing that it wasn't a fluke.
Invalidate.
Yeah, still got a lot of the track though that he can invalidate at, but a good first sector start anyway.
In another 30 seconds, he'll be looking to come across the line. I think that's mental compared looking at how much of the track he's got left. These cars are just so quick.
You see the tower blocks there from the view of Sao Paulo. Of course, what's really nice, it's nice, but it's also odd, is that it's actually in a very poor area. You know, the slums nearby. A lot of drivers have had incidents and teams where they've been robbed, etc. It is sort of one of those areas where rich meets poor. The Sao Paulo circuit. German then has done another purple sector, this in the middle. So this is looking like a very quick time, and it is a quick time. It's a 106.641, but it's not the quickest. So perhaps
that'll see him safely through, though.
That gave me 3 purples there, so I think definitely one of those sectors was a lie. P's on an outlap. He is on the soft tyre this time.
They're all gonna have to. Everyone on the. Yeah, they're all out pretty much as it stands. They're all in this danger zone. Even Blazes needs to get himself out there because, to be honest, a 6-9 might not even be safe.
I think everyone's going to be
looking a bit on the edge.
Everyone in the top 10 is definitely going to be on the softs at this rate. P starts his lap then, as you can see, close behind him.
FTH is going on the mediums, so his original soft time was definitely a fake for him to be able to. But
behind P's, as P's goes purple, behind P's at the moment is FTH. He's gone again, but he's gone on the medium tyre, which is interesting.
Well, he's gone for his first time. His actual first time was a complete
it was on the softs as well.
Give himself a delta,
yeah, and that was on the softs. You're right. Chazza on an outlap. He's also opted for the medium, so I don't think those guys are going to get through at this rate because unless they're doing a worldie of a time, because everyone else is on the softs. Tango
Young
says
Lights won't be too happy if he gets knocked out again, will he?
No. Tango saying rather use the money to save and just buy a PS5. Although the PS5 isn't particularly reliable at the moment, I hear. P's about to come up. He's going to, you know what? P's going to get a tow from his teammate. This has definitely been planned.
It is planned, yeah.
And that's going to help P's do a 106.572. Very nice indeed.
I think they will definitely be doing that in Q3. Maybe one on, one off, like they do in real life. But there's a coordination to this team, which obviously I don't think you're going to see.
Such favourites for the constructors, of course. Emerson goes purple in that first sector.
Yeah, they're like, what, 1 to 2, 2 to 1, or whatever you want to.
I'd say they're, definitely 2
Yeah, they're evens for it, I would say, because.
I'm not sure with Total P's who's got a chance of bottling. But
that's why they're not 1 for 1 or whatever.
Yeah, that is even.
No, they're defo there or thereabouts.
Anyway, Emerson on his lap obviously gave Pease a nice toe. He's not going to have the benefit of a nice toe himself, although I'm sure his toes are absolutely lovely.
Well, hopefully warmer than Allison's, because if you got cold feet, apparently you make mistakes, according to Klopp.
Emerson does a 106.9. That's not an amazing time on the softs. It should be enough to get him. Well, I'm not sure. Kowalski analysis.
Well, here we go. FTH is not going to put himself into.
I said Kowalski analysis on the Emerson time, and Kowalski's not here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. To be honest, it does actually look like it is going to be enough to get him through. At the moment.
We've still got
Phil
4
doesn't
minutes.
seem to be coming out.
We got 4 minutes. There's definitely
Blaze
time.
is on an outlap. Young Lights is on an outlap.
Young Lights on a flying, and he's 6/10 up in the middle sector, and it was purple. He just needs to make sure not to invalidate again, because I know how close he loves to go to the limit, but he's managed to keep it within the limit, and it's a 6-6. We've got 3 people on the 106.6s. German has retired. Jesse is starting another lap on the softs. Of course, he went
is on his lap
twice.
He's 2 temps up in the 3 temps up in the first sector. Blazes.
It's also worth noting potentially why Jesse is going again, despite clearly being safe, is the fact that obviously his first time he did on 2-lap-old soft tyres because he invalidated the first lap. So Blaze, then let's see what he can do. We're on board with him at the moment. Jesse also on a lap, so we'll keep an eye on him. We've got FTH still out there, but I think he'll be on an in-lap.
Blaze 6 temps up now.
Sloth will have time to get out.
He looks actually to be beating Denzo's time at the moment, the way it's going.
Well,
he's on for it.
If he can do that, it will show that it's definitely at least a 3-way battle for pole. And it is, you know, it is a three-way battle for pole because Blaze is just on 106.384. So that is brilliant.
Emerson is in the drop zone. He's got enough time to come out again.
He's not in the drop zone, but he's close to it, yeah.
He's going to need to, if I'm being honest.
He's going to have to come out again. Sloth on an outlap.
This is stupidly competitive.
As I choke on air.
You know you have a special talent, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't even know how to manage that. I just went to speak and I choked on oxygen.
Right, here we go. Jesse's going to have to line himself up for another hot lap on it. He just can't seem to get... And he's invalidated. He's not improving.
Oh, yeah. So, just wasted that soft tyre, really. Oh, getting a bit close and to Emerson there.
Chazza isn't going to be... oh, yeah, Chazza said he's not doing... Wait, did Chazza say he's not doing Q2? I'm not sure. But he looks like he's not... He doesn't look like he wants to actually do it.
No, he's still got time, but at the moment he's still selected the mediums, which shows that he doesn't want to get through, because you're not getting through on the mediums now.
Yeah, Emerson's back out. We were saying a 6.9 looks like the safety area, but you're going to have to be, I think, a 6.6 to be safe.
I think Rick's safe. I
can't put money on it because FDH has pace. Phil is there or thereabouts. I can see Sloth doing something. And obviously Emerson's gonna. Well, you'd think improve. He'd drop him down into P9, and then it's only. Oh well, Phil's not improving.
Yep, he's. I think what he's.
He might be
safe. I think what Phil's done there is settled for the free choice of tyres, yeah, and it's still a good chance that you could get P11, although there are 4 people on laps at the moment,
Rick's
so it could be as low as P14.
So if anyone does any better, well, more than 2 or 3 people do better than a 6.8, then he's out.
Sloth puts himself on 106.6. That puts him P7.
I did say, didn't I?
Emerson now in the danger zone in P10.
Well,
FDH.
this is what I was saying about Sloth. You can't write the guy off.
Chaz out on the mediums, so he's definitely not going to get
You're really
through.
rude, you know.
I've just been through a very stressful situation in the Arsenal game. Emerson has gone purple in the middle sector. He's up 4/10 on his time. Let's see what he can do across the line. It looks like this is going to be good enough to get him through anyway. And it is going to be good enough to get him through. It's a 106.610.
Jesus.
Next up is FDH.
Farhad is going on his
lap he would have made that. He would have made that.
Oh, and Chaz is actually out on the mediums for some reason. He's not going through.
It's giving me a flag.
No, that's what we just get anyway. We're 40 seconds behind.
FDH is 3/10 up in the middle sector, so
he needs a bit more than that.
Let's see what this final sector's like. No, P12. Chazza is going to come across the line now. What can he do? Oh, he's tapped the wall, actually. Gets into P14 above Tango.
Actually, FTH is going again. Because obviously we're a couple seconds longer.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't have the delta for him. Or either one of them, because it says they're finished. So I guess... I mean, Farhad will be the first of those guys to cross the line, so I'm going to stick on board with him for now. But, yeah, we don't actually know if he's improving or not. His best time is a 107.299. He's on fresh softs to try and get out of Q2 into Q3. The time to beat is Rick Dalton's time of 106.807 if he wants to get into Q3. Coming across the line now, what can Farhad do? It's going to be...
no improvement. He's a millisecond off.
What about FTH? I don't know.
And he actually... Wait, is he finished?
I think FTH had finished. Farhad was the final one. The thing is, we're guessing with that. But anyway, through to Q3 then, with the fastest time is Blaze, but watch out for Denzo Chapelele, really close behind. I mean, he's close all through the grid in the end. But the drivers we are losing from Q2, Phil Razor, FTH, Farhad, Chazza, and Tango. Shaping up really nicely, though, for Q3.
We've got a bit German-Chilean battling going on, and then it's just like British straight behind at the moment. Wonder how that's going to go. But We're going to do what we usually do, though. Who do you think's getting pole?
I'm going to go for Denzo.
I'm going to go with... I'll go with Chapelele. I know he's a bit of a bottle job, but
I was torn between... I mean, all three of them can easily get it, but I was torn between Denzo and Shap because I just think we've seen more consistency from them. Blaze has only done it in one... I know it doesn't mean they think that he's only done it in one section of this qualifying, but just going off what we've seen. Anyway, we've got some early movement, which is changed.
Well, I think you can actually get free run. Oh my god, I could hear myself. That's disgusting. You can actually get free runs from this track if you go straight away.
Yeah, you can. And first out is Chapelele. Of course, Chapelele and Denzo will have an extra set of soft tyres compared to everyone else because they went on the mediums in Q1.
Well, I think this was what their plan was, to be honest.
Yeah, so they could just get as many runs at it.
Yeah, basically.
Kurt Boy says, evening lads, good to see Kurt Boy there, obviously an admin and a Div 2 driver. He's here saying good evening, so good evening to him.
To watch the non-humans drive,
yeah,
basically.
So far, the quickest time of 106.3 from Blaze. Can anyone beat that? It has clouded up, as Shap said the forecast.
I do believe the track will be at its best right at the start, and then I think it's going to slowly deteriorate throughout the session. If I'm being honest, if it keeps getting darker,
I think that's a fair prediction. Shap about to start his lap then, and we're going to stay with him with a cinematic view, and then switch to onboard for his lap. I think that's a good thing to do. Bit of a lock up there. Do you want to take us through his lap, Chapelele?
Yeah, no, getting those CNRS is pretty much spot on. I mean, you can't... It's so easy to invalidate around here. You got to go all the way down. I see some people doing that in fifth, but you got to have so much higher wings for that first left. The second left, you just want to hug it. Go down into sixth gear. Well, he's gone down to fifth here. Accelerate on the way out. And he's invalidated again, but yeah, so easy to do. And German's also invalidated. We're on to Rick Dalton now, who is going to be the next one coming through, switching down into second gear. It's this corner here, this left-hander, you can get in 3 or 4 attempts there if you get it right. Honestly, it's crazy. It's all about exit speed here, though. You've got these... track is extremely weird. There's multiple lines into every single corner, and they're all quick, depending on what way you want to drive this track.
It is just such a quick track, isn't it? It's a really pedal to the metal sort of track.
Here we go. Rick coming across the line. It's a 1.67.
Denzo after him.
6.5. Then we've got a 6.2.
Wow, yeah, there we go. There's the first indication. Jesse does a 1.065, and then it's total P's. What can he do? He was looking quick in the previous qualifying. It's a 1.065, that puts him P3. After him, we've got Emerson, his teammate, who's invalidated. German also invalidated. So next will be Young Lights. Yeah, it'll be Young Lights next then. He's into the end of Sector 2. But yeah, remarkable. Denzo there with a 1.06293, the quickest we have seen so far. Can anyone beat him? Chapelele invalidated his first attempt. Blaze 3/10 off him.
Tango said a 6.2, and I mean, if no one improves, you've done it. But
Young Lights only a 6.93.
Well, we've got Chapelele coming back out of the pits now. Chap, mate, you need to sort your bottling out. If I'm being honest.
Emerson's I think Emerson's gone again. Yeah, he has. Well, he's certainly using ERS, etc. Obviously, he can do 2 runs. Oh, he's gone very deep there. I'm not sure if this is going to be much of an...
That corner's not vital in terms of going deep and going hugging that apex. You can get a better run if you go deep.
Oh, he's going to get some slipstream from his teammates.
He hasn't done that well enough, though.
No. Poor from Pease. Poor, shocking. I think he should be sacked. Yeah, Emerson's not going closest to the line, so this is just going to be a banker for 1.07. So definitely room for improvement there. As you mentioned, Chapelele on an out lap. So you can have a second attempt of taking us through his lap. on the onboard because, well, actually, we'll see because he could invalidate again. No pressure, Shap, but you've got the voice of Velocity guiding our viewers round.
Well, here we go for his second attempt of this track. Hoping that he can hook up those center S's, but look at how dark it's going to be. It does look like Denzo's pole position time is looking fairly safe. I highly doubt he's going to get this. Look at that, how close he's going to get to invalidating his time just there. You have to hit perfect to limits, hugging the inside there. It is the quickest way round. You do lose a bit of top end, but you reach the corner the quickest. Maybe losing a little bit of time there, getting onto the grass and turning in slightly too early. He's got Ferrari getting out the way nicely for him, but hopefully he doesn't invalidate here. A lot safer going through here, straight back up into third gear. You really want to get this corner right. It is massive, braking perfectly, go down into first, quickly up to third. I usually go up into fourth very quickly to add the traction. In terms of this last set, you want to come in later and get on the throttle early for the best exit possible and just hug this left hand side for the quickest route to the finish. This is why we see them hug this pit wall down here. It is going to be a 163.
That was close. That was close. Yeah, he's just under a tenth off Denzo's time of a 106.293 there, Chapelele. So yeah, a bit disappointing, I think, for him. So Blaze will be the next one on the flying lap. German also on a lap as well, actually. I will keep an eye out on him. Oh, he's invalidated. No, I won't. So let's go back then to Blaze, who was invalidated. Yeah, so it seems like when push comes to shove, a lot of people invalidating in Q3, obviously pushing a lot harder. But yeah, you're right. Look how dark it is out there now. It is. Yeah,
I can't see anyone necessarily improving massively on their time, whether they even improve at all. I think this track's just going to deteriorate.
So
now.
Maybe Denzo, that provisional pole might turn out to be a pole, but there is still time, and even with the darkening clouds, we have some very talented drivers, and I'm sure Chapelele feels he can still go a lot quicker than that. Maybe Denzo feels he can go quicker than that. Either way, he's currently provisional pole, and it is those two who are leading the way. Then there's about a 2/10 gap. Oh, bit of a slide there from Sloth. That's going to ruin his lap. Then, of course, there is 2/10 gap back to Blaze, and then very close all the way down to Rick. And then Emerson, remember, Emerson hasn't put in a proper time yet, really. Had a bit of a messy lap after the first lap invalidation. So let's see actually what Sloth can do. This is looking quite slow a lap because of that little slide he had out of the corner. Yeah, it is going to be the slowest so far. So frustrating for him. German has invalidated again. And then that is not the track. No wonder he's invalidating with that line.
I do believe this is going to be the finishing order. Maybe German and Sloth could switch around.
Emerson I could see improving still, even with the conditions.
Not by much, though.
Not by much, but
with these conditions.
I don't know. I
don't
if he gets
see
a toe,
him beating
if he gets
Jesse,
a toe,
if I'm being honest.
But what? No, of course not. But if he gets a toe, he could definitely maybe go up to P6, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because
well, we will be seeing everyone.
Chapelele saying setup feels horrific. Botolele can't push, and Tango says Blaze fastest first sector. Yeah, I didn't even realise that Blaze was out again. Not gonna lie, that's poor from us. He's now in the final sector and he's in the pits. So thanks for wasting our time, Tango. Really appreciate it. You are really against us today, Tango. First saying that I got the title wrong, and now, oh dear.
He's a troll.
He is a troll. We're going to have to ban him from the chat. It's absolutely disgraceful behaviour. Sloth goes in. We've got someone coming out straight away, and it looks like a Rick Dalton in the Haas car.
I wonder what the Haas will actually look like this season, whether it's going to change a lot or...
I didn't like the look last year. I didn't like the look. I mean...
So this...
Yeah, this look.
Car.
Yeah, this
well,
look.
This is their actual sort of their look, isn't it?
Rather than the Rich Energy one, yeah. But I actually, for as much Dick's Rich Energy are, I did prefer the look over it with the sort of Lotus style. Oh yeah, no, I think I wouldn't want it just to go back to what it was, in terms of like But yeah, I know what you mean. But it still was nicer than what they've got. It just it looks grey and just miserable, which is I guess,
don't think they will change it though. If I'm being honest,
I guess it sums up Haas, doesn't it? Grey and miserable.
Just grey and miserable. Nothing special about them. Do you know what though? It's weird. Their best performance as a team was their debut season, wasn't it?
It was the debut race, P5 and P4 and P5, I think it was.
Yeah, they looked very strong coming out of the blocks, and then obviously
their first season, which was 2018, was they
solid.
They got I think it was P6 in the constructors, P5.
Well, the thing is, it just dropped, haven't they?
No, it was P5 in the constructors. They beat Renault because the whole Drive to Survive season 1 was about how Haas were the new team, and they did quite well. They did drop off, and that was with the same driver lineup as well. Oh no, they had the Gutierrez actually.
Well, to be honest, bold prediction out the way, they're coming last in the constructors this season.
Yeah, you know what? That's not that bold a prediction. I think I really don't.
And part of me thinks it might be their last season. I don't think they'll be. There's part of me that thinks that whatever it is, Gene Haas might just pull them out.
Well, it'd be really devastating if that did happen, because as much as they're not a great team, quick team, if we only have 18 drivers on the grid, that is really poor. Like, we used to have 24, which maybe you could argue is too much, but I think it's, I think the more drivers the better. As Rick goes third fastest, 106.450. Tango's saying Blaze just bottled the last corner. He was 3/10 off top. Okay, I'll believe you. I'll believe you, Tango. I'll believe you. Blaze is starting another lap. Denzo is also on a lap.
Oh, nope, he's already cancelled his lap.
Yeah, but is he going to go again? Yeah, he is. He's going again. Chapellet about to start his lap. So we will stick on board with Blaze then, because I think he is probably going to be...
No, Blaze has cancelled his lap.
Oh, yeah,
he literally cancelled his lap straight away. Let's leave Chap alone for one of his laps at least.
Denzo's done a purple first sector.
He's invalidated.
And then, maybe it's the commentators, they can't deal with the pressure.
That's why I'm saying I think we should leave Chapellet alone.
Well,
just
then
to let
no
him
one
have a fair
sees
chance.
it.
Well, we'll come to him when he comes to near the end, because...
I bet you'll come for him.
You wish.
No, he wishes. But,
he does.
I'm saying some outrageous things, I know. Chapellet then coming to the end of Sector 2 now.
Just wondering, is he up on his time?
Yeah, he is.
Looks like it. Yeah.
I don't think it was. I didn't see his first sector time actually, but I don't think it was that significant improvement.
Hugging this left-hand side. I think he's just lost a bit of time.
Yeah, I think
with that line, if I'm being honest. But
he's got it. And Denzo's in the pits. That's provisional pole. Blaze is invalidated. Pease is invalidated. Jesse's invalidated. Emerson is about to come across the line. He's the only one who can beat that time, and he doesn't. Chapellet has got pole. Chapelet's got pole. It's over. He's at the last second nicked it from Denzo. That is remarkable.
No, that was something else. But I said about Emerson as well not beating Jesse a millisecond quicker, and I would have been wrong.
Yeah, well, I said he would beat Jesse.
So that's two wrong in one qualifying session. Okay, done, you shit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to announce my retirement from the commentary box after this. Tango also said he was wrong because he predicted a 106.2 for pole. It's a 106.1. And you got to remember, this is cloudy conditions as well, so they could go a lot quicker. Chapellet, they're saying, don't blame him for chuckling. That was remarkable. He's nicked that right. That must feel like a 90th minute screamer in football, isn't it?
He's as well with the invalidations as well. It's just
he's volleyed that from the halfway line and got a last minute winner. That's how we'll be feeling. But anyway, that concludes qualifying in Q3. Chapellet pole 106.158. Excellent effort from him. Really good effort from Denzo as well. Had provisional pole the whole time till the very end with a 106.293. Third, Rick Dalton, really good showing from him, 106.450. Then Blaze in P4, Pease P5, Jesse P6, Emerson P7, Gurman P8, Young Lights P9, and I Am Sloth P10. I had to speed up because the session ending is coming remarkably quick. just like Velocity, and yeah, we move on.
God, you don't have to expose me like that.
Sorry. Chapellet said Sector 1 and 10th off lot. Yeah, I thought you weren't... I didn't see the time, but I didn't think it was an amazing first sector, so I was like, I'm not sure if he's going to do it, but... So that just shows you could have gone even quicker. So poor from you, Chapellet, poor.
Well, I think he'll admit that himself. He does. He is his harshest critic,
isn't he?
Yeah.
So it looks very cloudy for this race. I think if he were expecting rain, people would have said. Tango says, I love this league, qualifying is mad. I love commentating on this league in Division 1 with the qualifying, because, yeah, I mean, the qualifying is just exciting as the race in terms of how
qualifying this season is even more insane. I mean, last season it was a bit like, Chapellet's put in a time.
Yeah, true. Chapellet would get pole every time easily. This season there's actually a lot more.
Do you know what, though? Collecting Blaze and Denzo has put it on another level, because Emerson and Pease now have to push even more to get themselves these podiums, and
they're having to obviously utilise their teamwork, etc., which they are doing in all fairness. But yeah, it just changes that dynamic as we wait for the session to start.
Formation sort of teamwork. Tango.
Well, we can't. If Tango is watching the stream, do not rejoin until after the formation lap. Because if you join during the formation lap, it will screw up everything and we'll have to restart the lobby. Or, well, actually, no, if you rejoin, we'll just ask you to leave again, because that's the only way it will be able to start. So,
but,
yeah.
Good thing for you is the AI is up to 95 this week, because I kind of predicted that was going to happen.
Well, as we get underway for the formation lap, I need to go for a wee, which is actually a while since I have been able to.
Well, I will take you through the grid then. So I'm just going to get us the lap data. The detail. That's what I want. So we've got Chapellet on pole position, then closely followed by Denzo. Rick Dalton is in P3. Denzo's brother, not sure younger or... God, I got hiccups. Older, we will never know. But Blaze is in P4. Very good showing from him last week, and he'll be hoping to improve on that and get a double win. P's in P5, hopefully improving from last week, and doing a lot better. Jesse splitting the two black arrows and sitting himself a millisecond quicker than Emerson in P6, Emerson in P7, Gurman in P8, followed by his teammate of Young Lights in P9, Sloth in P10, Phil in P11, FTH in P12. He's the first of the medium runners. Then you've got Farhad in P13 on the sauce, Chazza on P14, Tango in P15, who has lagged out and is waiting to rejoin. Then we've got Mars in P16 on the soft compound tyres. FIFA Beefy in P17. Gods is the only one on the hards in P18. Can go pretty much all the way. And Liam and then Knowlesy rounding off the grid. These two did not partake in qualifying. But here we go.
You forget how bloody short this track is. I had to run there at the end to make sure that this is a start.
Oh, well. I forgot how short it was because I was starting to stumble over my words, trying to get through everyone.
We wait for the red lights. They go out really quickly there. And Chapellet is ghosting for me.
No, we're not starting.
Tango's off!
Tango. Go on!
Did he rejoin during the formation lap?
No, he didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't. That's his... So ignore that.
There
We're underway. And
Tango, you can join back now,
tentative start. That looks like a good start from one of the Mercedes there. They're going to go 3 wide here. And we've got a battle up front as well. And Chapellet is in the lead still from Denzo. Further back, we've got a lot more action.
Oh, it's very, very clean. I'm very happy with that. I tell you what, guys, good job. Just thought I'd say that already because
Gurman's made the move.
There's contact.
You've cursed
I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh no!
Oh.
Safety car! Oh, for God's sake!
Rick Dalton's out of the race.
What have you done? Alright, safety car so we can go back through the order. Chapelain leads, Denzo in second, Peace third, Blaze fourth, Jesse fifth, Emerson sixth, Kerwin seventh, Young Lights eighth, Phil ninth, and Farhad 10th up into the points. And Rick Dalton, he had contact with someone else. I think it was one of the Williams also got damaged. It was Liam, yeah, Liam got a penalty, and Phil has damage. No, it was Phil, I think, who hit. Phil hit. Well, I don't know if he hit him, but he did after anyway. But yeah, Phil got wing damage from that crash with Rick Dalton, and that, I think the blame there is solely that's good. Tango has rejoined, but he's gone straight into the pits to make sure to get out of everyone's way. But yeah, I think the blame there solely lies on Velocity there for saying what a clean start.
I do apologise.
Oh my god, that was just unbelievable.
Yeah. Tango trying to feed himself back out into the correct position. I tell you what, he's done a good job of it, almost.
Yeah, he has.
One position off, maybe?
Just in front of his...
Just about on. But no, he's done a really good job feeding himself back in.
Just in front of his teammate.
Dalton, though, just doesn't have the luck, apparently.
Well, Kurt Boy is saying, yeah, because of course he had that crash at Silverstone as well. Phil is in the pits. Farhad, who was up to the points, is also in the pits, so he got a bit of damage. I would like to see that again, and so would Kurt Boy. Kurt Boy says need a replay on that crash. That was nasty. And I mean, I caught it, but it happened so fast, and I only caught the end of it. I didn't see what triggered it. So it was obviously at the third turn.
I wish we had replays, honestly.
No, so do I. Like, it'd be so like, obviously on TV, if a commentator sees something, didn't see it happen properly, they've got a replay. We are not blessed like that. We can't just be like, oh, I missed that, let's just look at the replay. We have to just sort of stick with it. But I'm sure someone hopefully will upload their there probably will be an incident report on that. But either way, if there's not, should upload their footage, because yeah, that was
So I'm not sure what I'm getting from this is Phil basically finished the job.
Yeah, I'm not sure who was.
Much.
It could have been a domino effect, because I'm not sure who hit who. Someone might have missed their braking zone, gone into the back of Phil, and then Phil's gone into Rick, and then I don't.
The only thing we actually see is Rick sideways and Phil just clarting his wheel, and that's about it.
I didn't see Farhad involved in that, but Farhad did pit. So I'm not sure if that was because he had damage or anything, because I didn't actually see the pit stop. I just saw him coming out of the pits. So maybe Farhad was also involved. I'm not sure. Either way, safety car. So the field will group up again. We always expect a safety car here, don't we, in Brazil? It's partly what makes the races so great, especially in real life.
What's happening near the back there right now, though? Very, very, very slow all of a sudden. 5-second penalty there. I did expect to see that coming, and I don't know why.
Is that lag or?
With a collision? No, I do believe something did happen back there. Looking at the map, there was a bit of a domino effect. Someone slowed down, and the next, and then the next, and obviously they've ended up colliding. I'm not quite sure what went on with it, though. But I do hope Tango can try and fit himself back on the back of these guys as soon as possible. Well, obviously, guys, the safety car is out, so just leave each other a little bit of room. We can't be bothered with all these 5 seconds penalties, removals. It just gives us a bit more maths that I just don't want to be doing.
Well, the safety car is in now. Is going to be in, so Chapelain is going to get us restarted. Of course, we had quite a lot of restarts. We had 2 late safety cars in the Brazil race IRL last season, not last season, 2 seasons ago, where Gasly obviously got P2 in the end, and Sainz got a podium.
He's taken it for a while, and here we go.
Yeah, he's
underway.
Going. And you know what, Blaze is he going to get past
over the back
here?
of P's?
Yeah.
But it looks like Jesse's lining up a little bit of a look, and no, they've sorted themselves out. It looks like Blaze is looking down the inside of P's, but he hasn't made that work. There's a little bit of contact with Mars and Beefy. They're having contact. Tango's now going around the outside of CRX Mars. Mars is now having to defend. You've got to move back there with the Alfa Romeo. Mars cutting off the nose of Tango. Well,
not
Liam,
literally, luckily.
No. But
Young Lights,
defending
look at this.
his position.
Emerson on Jesse potentially here. In the end, he doesn't get the move done. But yeah, Chapelele had a very good restart there. But still, everyone's so close to each other. I'm looking at the deltas, and if I miss something, I apologise, because there is just so much going on, because they're so close. You're not sure who's going to go for the next move. Although Emerson is very close to Jesse at the moment. This looks like the most likely at the moment. What about his exit? Obviously, no DRS for another 2 laps or so after that safety car. Yeah, Emerson's got a good run here.
He is flying, but he's actually not really gaining all that much. But it might be just about enough to look at a move. No, it's just not going to be, is it? As he's got the 2 Ferraris just sort of chasing down. Sloth's going down the inside of FTH and
FTH
around
is going to
the
have the
outside.
inside for the next corner, but not enough in the end.
That's a nice move there by Sloth. Really showing why he's in this division, really. And just doing really, really well.
Blaze is getting really close to Peace. To be honest, the top 4 are still... Everywhere's really close, but Blaze is getting very close to Peace. Emerson's still on Jesse. There's a yellow flag.
He's now out of the race. He's lost that on the exit curb, and that is him done. There might have been contact between him and Farhad, considering Farhad has dropped a fair way back towards Gods, who is quite a way back.
Well, there's no damage for Farhad, I can tell you that. And I can tell you that Chapelele is still leading the race with the VSC. Now, it's very difficult. Obviously, everyone's got the same delta to stick to, but it depends where you're on the track. So if you come into a corner, you've got to slow down a lot more than if you were on a straight, etc. So it really depends when this VSC ends, for who it benefits. And we got a lot of drive-throughs. We got... I think we got 2 drive-throughs. Emerson Pitts. Liam, yeah, I think also got a drive-through. Not sure if that was
a Did Emerson have a drive-through, or... I think Emerson's had a drive-through.
Yeah, he has. He's gone straight through. Yeah, he's serving his drive-through. So yeah, there was quite a few people caught out as Phil has left the session after retiring. Blaze right on the back of Blaze has got past. We missed that. Yeah, Blaze has got past Total P's there. Gurman up to P6 after Emerson serving that drive-through, and is on the back of Jesse. The 2 Ferraris in P6 and P7 at the moment. Mars is up close to Beefy, and these two obviously used to battling each other in Division 2, now battling in Division 1 for the finals points position at the moment. Shazza also getting close to Liam, yeah, very close up there. Was thinking of the move.
Tango's looking for a move as well on Mars. He needs to get a move on, or else he's going to have the Pink Panther down his inside, and there might not be much he can do about it. As Tango is no slouch at all now, is he? Just losing that off the exits. He's just not looking too comfortable. And there does look like there's a move. Jesse is getting passed by Gurman. And that is a brilliant move there. Just very, very commanding.
And actually, I was moving up the grid anyway, because this gap between Denzo and Chapelele is 2 tenths. And here comes Denzo now. This is for the lead of the race. And he backs out of it. Jesse, meanwhile, fighting back at Gurman. Yeah, he's come back. Obviously, DRS is now activated, which is helping these guys a lot more. What about Mars and Beefy? Now, this is more of a DRS train, so it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to get past. Meanwhile, up front, Gurman pressuring Jesse still, and Denzo pressuring Chapelele still. Both these guys, obviously, everyone's on the same strategy in the top 8. So very interesting indeed, especially for the battle for the lead between these two Rapidos. And a bit of a twitch there from Denzo. That's lost him a lot of time. He was
well, that's put
right
Blaze back into the DRS now, and that's going to bring along Peas for the ride, and obviously Peas will take a free ride, won't he, up to the top of the grid. His teammate's not at the greatest time. He's right down the bottom, but obviously I would expect another safety car at some point.
Oh, Chapelele,
it does look like Gurman's going to be looking up to line and move up on this next straight. That's one to look out for.
Well, I'll tell you also another one to look out for is Denzo and Chapelele. Denzo going for the move again. This is for the lead. He's going to be too far back. What about Jesse and Gurman?
Gurman is going down the inside. He's going to have the inside, and looks like they're going to go side by side. This is good battle in there by the two of them. The Ferrari getting the line though, and he has made that move stick.
And look who's behind. His teammate, Young Lights. He'll be waiting.
I'm just wondering, are they going to be sandwiching him, or do you reckon Gurman's just going to go?
I don't know. It depends how much, obviously, communication they have between each other. You think that I mean, Gurman might just want to catch up with Pease and that rather than focus on Jesse. But these guys seem so matched for pace because he's not exactly pulling away from him now. He's passing. Denzo hasn't had a great exit there. He lost a bit of time to Chapelele, but he's still within 4/10. Thing is, this is
well. I'll tell you what, it's a very nice looking free cars actually, having the well, it looks like Gurman's pretty much out of ERS, and it looks like Jesse's coming straight back at it. He's going to put it down the inside. They're going to be side by side, a little bit of contact there.
Yeah.
Gurman does have the right
Emerson's
to close the door at that point. But it
Gods.
does look like Jesse's going to be making the move again, and they're going to be going side by side down the straight. FIFA Beefy picking up a 3-second time penalty, and it looks like Jesse's going to get this move done. They can't stop switching. And it looks like Young Lights is going for the move as well on Gurman.
Yeah, he is.
And
on his
he's
teammate.
now looking at possibly losing 2 positions, and he has in one corner. That's very, very well done by Young Lights, actually.
Good opportunism there, because
almost going into the back of Jesse.
He nearly
there.
lost it there, but good opportunism from Young Lights, and fair play to the Ferraris for not repeating the whole Vettel Leclerc incident, of course, in Brazil. 2 Ferraris do love to collide at this track, it seems, in recent years. Meanwhile, look how close the battle between the top 4 is. You got 2 separate battles, and Pease is now on the back of Blaze, and perhaps they're going for another switcheroo. Denzo also closing on Chapelele, not going to be close enough this time. Tell you what, if we switch
looks like
to this...
we've got Young Lights on Jesse coming down the inside. He's going to go for that move as well, and it looks like he's going to have that move done very, very early on.
Jesse is going to have DRS though.
He's going to be looking to get away, though, isn't he? He's probably got the ERS advantage sitting at the back of that freeway train, but it does look like Jesse's going to come back at him.
Yeah, he's going to have that DRS, and that's a very nice move. These guys... here comes Young Lights.
Is sticking it up the inside, though, and he's not giving up. They're both very, very low on ERS. It shows they're just both pushing as hard as they can to get past each other, and Jesse is not going down without a fight to these Ferraris, is he?
Well, Jesse just... He's having so much action at the moment, constantly in battles, and yet he's traded one Ferrari for another instead of having Gurman all over him now. It's almost like Gurman's backed off and said, right, Young Lights, your turn, and now Young Lights is going for it, and then if you can't make it, they'll switch again.
To each other.
It would make sense.
It's getting a bit brighter now, though, as you can see.
It is, yeah, that's going to mean...
And I would be baffled if I don't see another pass go onto this back straight now. And then obviously we're going to have a secondary battle. Here we go. Young Lights going down the inside. He's going to have that move done before the corner.
But Jesse will have DRS again. Meanwhile up front, Denzo is closer than he's ever been to Chapelele.
Like Chaz is losing positions
and
as well.
And still not close enough. But here comes Jesse. Oh, late move there from Young Lights, and Jesse nearly lost it, but in the end regains his composure, does get past. Yeah, I'm sure he won't be particularly happy. That did look like a slightly late move from Young Lights, but obviously that will be down to the stewards if there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, currently Jesse regains that position again through that second DRS straight, and Denzo and Chapelele continue to battle, but Denzo continues to get within 1/10 or 2/10 in that second DRS straight, but it's just not enough.
It does look like FIFA Beefy's holding these guys up as well from P10 downwards, because you got FTH and I'm Sloth slowly pulling away from them, getting themselves out of that DRS train, and it does look like Tango's going to be looking to make a move as soon as possible.
Young Lights has had an issue, and Denzo's gone for the lead. Denzo's finally made the move. I'm not sure what happened with Young Lights, but Denzo has finally made the move, but Chapelele will have DRS and it's incredibly close to him. This might be another switcheroo. Well, actually, Denzo's pulling away from him.
Tango is going around the outside as well of FIFA Beef. He's not going to be able to make that move work, but he's going to have the DRS for the next part. But the thing is, what might be saving Beefy is he's going to now have DRS from
Chazza
Young
also
Lights,
looking
who's
on
made
Mars.
the mistake.
Chaz also looking at Mars, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Young Lights. I'm not sure if there's any damage. There's no damage.
He hasn't got any damage.
No visible damage anyway. But yeah, meanwhile up front, as I said, that change has happened. Denzo got past Chapelele, as we saw, very late. There's so much action everywhere. Wherever you are on track at the moment, of course, these soft tyres, I will be coming around to sort of the pit window soon, I imagine. Chazza making the move on Mars here, and he's got that done actually in a very well, not a normal overtaking place, I'd
Well,
say.
here we go. We've got Liam looking at moves. No, he's not going to make it stick. And I tell you what, it's just so difficult once you're in this little train here. And we've got Liam all over the back of Mars. He's going to be going down the inside, and Mars is coming into the pits. So he's going to be the first man to pit off these soft tyres. Probably a wise decision considering he's stuck in this DRS train.
Can Shap get close enough to look at Denzo? He's not been able to. Look how close these top 4 are. It is quite incredible.
Well, you've got Pease getting just towed along. I'm pretty sure he's just happy to be there. To be honest,
well, he is the representative Mercedes with Emerson, with that drive-through being obviously very far back. The only thing that can really save Emerson now is another safety car, which is quite likely around this track. Obviously, it's quite common.
Well,
to
he's
have
catching up to the back of this group, and I wonder how he's going to approach it, because obviously he's got Knowlesy, he's got Liam, and it's such a DRS training. These guys are struggling to get past, and obviously, I'd assume
Young Lights is incredibly close
Emerson,
here.
To be honest, I do believe Emerson will probably go for the undercut and just push like mental to try and get past all of these guys. But
is Young Lights going to get past FDH here? And
it does look like he will. And Young Lights just looks like he has such a hooked up setup in the straights. And that is a
side by side, really good driving from both of them there.
Utmost respect there, getting very, very close. I don't think you could get much closer going in. Both braking at the same time, both giving each other the perfect amount of room. This is very, very respectful driving from the both of them. FDH looks like he's probably going to get it, but they're going side by side.
Young Lights later on the brakes.
More.
Young Lights is going to get it. Like he's got it. That is unbelievable racing, and that will definitely be in the compilation. I tell you, that was brilliant to see. Note that down. Lap 14. Total P's 10 at the moment. Looking like the most likely out of these guys. Well, no, actually, Blaze is now. Blaze has got a really good run on Chapelele here, and he's going to go for the move. Can Shap defend? No, he's not. I think he might wait to the second DRS zone. Look how close he is.
Who's going to pit first out of these guys? Are they going to do the soft? They're going to do the soft medium.
Yeah, it is possible. Blaze, yeah, he's getting close, but he just can't get close enough because of the DRS train. And Chapelele, we know, always likes to have that quick, that straight line speed in his setups as well that gives him that advantage. Gurman on Jesse. These guys just love to fight each other, don't they?
I hope that Jesse picking up a 3-second time penalty, but I really hope that Gurman or Jesse don't make a mistake, or else the other person's gonna have such a boring race.
Yeah.
They are in just an area of their own at the moment. I mean, the top 4, they're in a complete different league.
Yeah.
At the moment, and obviously the back. Well, P7 downwards, they're not much slower than the other guys. It's just the battling is just, holding them up a bit. And Emerson's pretty much on the back of this group now. Is within DRS.
Denzo
there we go,
pits.
First pitter.
Is anyone else going to join him? Not out of the top 4. He's the first of the top 4 to pit. Gurman is not going to be close enough on this occasion to go for the move, but he might have a go down the second DRS straight. It's a bit of a lock up there. Denzo goes on to the mediums, by the way. Denzo on the mediums.
God, I don't... Oh, it's all just Denzo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Young Lights is also in the pits. Emerson's going for another lap. He's going to want to possibly make a pass or two, but Denzo's going to come out. The problem here is for Denzo, he's come out right in the thick of things.
Emerson right behind him. Emerson is no slouch. Of course, he's got a pit. He's on 15 lap old. So
Denzo's not going to be able to push as heavily as he wanted, and I'm just wondering, are these guys behind going to see this maybe on their mini maps and stuff? Or maybe Pease is going to be told by Emerson, don't pit now, because the train is just too big.
The traffic just looks too much at the moment.
It looks like Chapelele's doing it anyway,
Pease is going in. Blaze leads. What about Jesse?
I do believe at the moment, though, going longer might be the better idea.
Jesse pits as well.
Looking at the way they're coming out into this train, it's just... But obviously, getting through this train is another thing altogether, and I just wonder where these guys are going to come out. It looks like Chapelele will probably get out in front of Blaze. It's going to be Denzo. It's going to be very close, but I did see a little bit of a mistake here, and they're going too wide, and that is not handy for Denzo at all. And Chapelele's come out in front, and they're 3 wide.
Oh no!
And there's contact.
Oh, big contact there. And Nosey, got a little nudge there from this 3-way battle. There just wasn't the room, was there? And
no.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Nosey does have damage. And he's just got a 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, he's really not happy.
Yeah.
Just cruising at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised to see him retiring.
I think he's going to be retiring, yeah. That's really frustrating for him.
Just hope he can nurse that car round to the pits. He's obviously keeping out the way of everyone. And I don't think he's in any hurry, is he?
No. Blaze pits now. Where is Blaze going to come out? We're going to stick on board with Denzo because we got a great view of this battle. Actually, Chapelele is going to have a move here on Chazza, is he? He is.
Here we go. This is crucial in terms of the race, though, of where these guys come out in terms of this train, because getting past some of these guys, I mean, there's not many overtaking opportunities, and Liam is retired from the race.
That was a moment there.
Chapelele's got Blaze in the pits, and so is Pease. Pease has literally just come out just in front. That Pease moving past Chazza was crucial.
This is a really jumbled up pits. Grid at the moment.
Well, I tell you what, it's the way these guys are going to deal with the slower drivers. It's going to define the race. Chapelele is not messing around. My voice completely disappeared on me there for a second.
No, and Beefy's lost it. And
luckily, he hasn't collected anyone, though.
He was in P2, though. Obviously, he hadn't pitted.
It's not going to be a nice feeling. He hasn't picked himself up. Oh, he spun again. It's not
I think
the nicest feeling
that he
for
was
him,
out on those tyres just a bit too long, maybe. P's now lining up a move on Tango and almost gets pushed into the pit lane.
For this win, really. He's in the net P2, and it just depends how does Chapelele deal with FTH.
Oh, Blaze is out! Blaze is out! I just caught the end of that. He had contact with Chazza, and he is out of this race, and that's a VSC, and that is huge for what happens in this race. One of the front runners in Blaze, he hit the side pod going into turn 1 of Chazza, and he's in the wall and lost his wheel.
It's very, very, very unfortunate. Obviously, he had to make moves quickly, maybe feeling the pressure, seeing P's get past, or something along those lines. But I'm sure that will be in the stewards' reports later, and be very, very interesting to see that go down. But obviously, it's not going to be looking too nice for him in terms of the championship race.
No, that's very frustrating for him. Denzo, meanwhile, on the back of Tango. Tango really struggling on those 16-lap-old mediums by the looks of it. He pulls to the side. Denzo wants to get this move done as quickly as possible. He doesn't want to end up in the end. Tango makes it a bit easier for him by pitting. I'm sure he appreciates that. Chapelele goes for the move on FTH. This is for the lead, and there's a tiny bit of contact, but no damage. FTH continues to push on, and it's a 3-way battle because look at Pease. And Chapelele just gets past FTH, but straight away, Pease also gets past. He's going to have double slipstream here, as well as...
Well, I'm sure he's going to absolutely dive out of the way of Denzo, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't have thought he's going to hold him up at all. But he doesn't seem to be getting out the way. There we go, he's straight out the way. And
that was massively out the way. Yeah, Denzo barely had to slow down. FTH slammed on the brakes.
It's a very, very good teammate there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure Denzo is very grateful for FTH for that. But yeah, this is a 3-way battle for the lead. Make no mistake about it. It was 4 ways until we lost Blaze. Unfortunate contact he had. I'm not sure who it was with. If it was Chazza or even Tango, because Tango said I gave him space. I don't know what he's referring to. Because I only caught the end of it. I didn't see who hit. I just saw him hit the side pod of someone. As Denzo does the fastest lap of the race. He's on a charge on those medium tyres. He did the undercut course, which didn't work for him. but he's still in a very good position.
Second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well.
FDH also pits. Gurman's got a really good run on Jesse. Well, he did, but then he had a moment and he's lost a lot of momentum there. But he still might have a go at Jesse here. He's not going to go for it in the end, but he got very close indeed. So yeah, the three-way battle for the lead between Chapelele, Total Peas, and Denzo. Really competitive racing, really good. Apparently it was Denzo that hit Blaze, according to DJ Death Dragon.
Oh, was it?
Wow, that will be very interesting because they are title rivals. We will obviously find out for sure in the incident reports and what happened there. But yeah, that could be significant considering they are title rivals. P's getting closer to Chapelele. I don't think he'll be close enough to have a go through here, but he certainly will.
Chapelele picking himself up, probably a warning there.
Yeah, that would have been a warning because he was definitely all four wheels of track. But Pease is going to have a really good run here.
Pease definitely picked himself up a warning there as well. I mean, these guys are probably on the edge right now. Absolutely,
they are pushing like crazy. Chazza was behind Denzo, and Denzo broke late. Okay, that's fair enough, yeah. I only saw him hit someone's side pod, and I wasn't sure if it was a Red Bull or an Alpha Tauri.
We've got Jesse and Gurman battling again, and Jesse defending very well from Gurman. These two are never going to drop each other, are they? And Gods looks like he's being made a move on Young Lights, and Young Lights now going through and going to be hoping to chase down Gurman and Jesse and get himself back involved in that
indeed, Chazza gets past Mars. Emerson up to P9 as well. So good sort of recovery for him at the moment. Still on for some decent points for the constructors. Gurman is right on the back of Jesse still, but Denzo is right on the back of Pease here. And Pease is right on the back of Chapelele. Denzo might get a big boost, especially if these two in front of him battle. He's not going to go for the move there, Pease, but look how close the top three are.
I'll tell you what, it's made the championship very, very interesting. Every single one of these top drivers, apart from Denzo's, had an issue within these first three races. I mean, Blazers had two of them, one down to him oversleeping, and
we're not sure about the other one yet. That'll come down to the stewards, but these guys really, really close. As we see, also Sloth in P8, pretty good. Actually, I'm just going to quickly get up the detail. As I see the penalties, Chaz has 8 seconds, Nolsey has 10. He didn't actually retire. That's what I'm surprised by with Nolsey. Fair play to him, but was expecting it. Gods is yet to pit.
I would say that 10-second penalty is going to get removed, because he's not going to have gained any time out of that. Unless it's some Rainbow Road sort of glitch that no one knows about apart from him, but that'll be taken off.
So the biggest gainer at the moment,
need to be reported, if I'm being honest.
The biggest gainer at the moment is Gods. He's up from P18 to P9.
Oh, your mic's doing the ting again.
To P9. Denzo on the back of P's. To be fair, it doesn't seem like it does that in the stream, so I think it might just be...
here we go.
Tango's got through on Gods, by the way.
Gods is pitted,
sorry, yeah. So let's go back to this battle. No changes there. What about Emerson on Young Lights? Emerson is really close to Young Lights here. He's got DRS open. This is for P6.
Go for the inside. He's going to have that move. Oh, he's been given the room, but obviously he's not going to have the space to go through.
No.
And I tell you what, Emerson's had a pretty good... He's had a good recovery so far from a drive-through.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on for points at the moment.
Well, he's on for where he qualified with, actually, the current position.
Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with a 6th place even, but I do believe that maybe even a 4th is on for him, knowing his pace and what these guys are actually doing. Tango's lagged out again. He has got a bit of a... little bit more time, obviously, but I really, really hope for his sake.
Look how close Pease was there. Yeah, the AI seems to love to pit there. Emerson is about to get through on Young Lights.
We've got Young, yeah, there we go. And Tango's AI didn't pit for him, so
that's good.
Very nice.
And yeah, Emerson gets that quite simple, but then goes a bit deep, which is going to give Young Lights, if he gets a good exit here, which he has, and Emerson's picked up another 3-second time penalty, Young Lights is going to have a really good run here at Emerson. And he He's going to have to go the long way round, but he's managed to get the move done, and Young Lights is back into P6. Good move from him. That was all from Emerson, just not going a bit deep there, which gave Young Lights the chance to come back at him. Meanwhile, top three continue to be separated by 1.5 seconds.
Tango's now back. He's got a battle on his hands, though. FTH is there.
He's currently just got past him, yeah.
But
PG.
obviously... do you know what, though? I do believe Tango's one of those drivers, if he did just have a proper hard drive and a working place, he'd be up there.
Definitely.
Every week in, week out, he would be picking up very, very good points.
He's like this George Russell, in terms of, instead of him having a Williams, though, a really crap car, he just has a crap hard drive.
No, I'll tell you what, he's George Russell in the Merc.
Yeah, Emerson has got past Young Lights again, but Young Lights obviously, as my Delta goes, which is just so helpful. Young Lights is going to have another good run here, though, on Emerson, although he's gone a bit wide, and Sloth is going to have the DRS. He's going to be, I think, a bit too far back, though.
Mars has moved through on Tango. Tango's pitted.
Lights goes round the outside. He's going to try anyway of Emerson.
And, he's had contact. He's spun.
That's him down to, yeah, it's going to be P10.
10, yeah.
Maybe P11, actually, if Mars gets on him. But, yeah, disappointing.
I didn't see what happened there,
I
but
I got a good view of it, but it looked like he went round the outside, and I think they were just tapped. I'm not sure if there was enough room or what. Either way, we'll see in incident reports, or if there are any, or it might just be a racing incident. Jesse's got Gurman all over the back of him as usual. My Deltas are starting to come back for the front, which is very helpful considering how close these guys are as usual. But are we actually going to see any changes? Because Chapelele still leads, and this DRS train, because they are so close to each other, it's just, yeah, we're not going to see any changes again, despite them being so close. What about Gurman and Jesse?
To be honest, I think Denzo's the quickest man in this train.
He is certainly the closest out of anyone to...
I do think that Chapelele is being protected a little bit from Pease being in between them.
I think he is, yeah. I think Denzo definitely looks quicker than Pease at the moment, at least, anyway. And Young Lights has retired in the pits. Yeah, not happy about that. Tango's moved up on Gods.
And we have got our incident report from Blaze.
Yeah. We'll have a look at that, obviously, later. Yeah, Denzo gets really close up to Pease again, but there must be some really good ERS management going on, because the contact was apparently with Tango, because Blaze is reporting Tango, so maybe we're all wrong. And maybe that's what Tango was referring to. Pease gets really close to Chapelele on this first ERS straight, but then loses him in the second. I think he uses all his ERS on the first one and then not the second. Young Light's car has come back out, which is a bit dangerous.
Yeah, no, it did that with Liam's as well. Yeah. We have actually got quite a lot of, I'd like to say, fatalities.
Yeah, we've got
this race.
6 people from the full grid. Yeah, is quite a lot. It hasn't been a dirty race, and it certainly hasn't felt like a dirty race.
No.
But we just, I mean, Brazil, obviously, it's a very quick track. You can overtake, but it's not the widest. Tango does the fastest lap of the race on the soft tyre. And obviously, there's been a lot of close racing, so the more close racing you have, the more the likelihood of an incident increases, doesn't it? So, but yeah, we are now got 8 laps to go, and there's still no change between the top 3. They keep getting really close to each other, but they just can't make a change at the moment. What about Gurman? Well, Jesse's had a bad exit there. He lost the rear a bit. That's going to make Gurman's job a lot easier, but of course Jesse will then have DRS on the next straight. That is the thing about Brazil. It's just constant switcheroos, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not. You can't drop people on this unless you're at least 7 tenths a lap quicker than them, and that's only in Sector 2, I think. If you can't drop them out of the DRS within Sector 2, you're just not dropping them.
Yeah, Gurman doesn't get past, though, in that second DRS zone. Pease was getting close to Chapelele, but in the second sector, Denzo seems to really excel in the second sector and final sector, so that seems to be where he is strongest, but he can't get the move done. So it's not really helping him.
Do you know what? I do think Pease enjoys these sort of races, so very sweaty, very hard. He's with some insanely quick drivers. Tango's lagged out again.
I think he'd enjoy it a lot more though if he could get the win, but he'd certainly be happy with P2 considering the competition he's got. He's actually...
it does look like he's actually cooling down his engine there,
yeah.
If you were curious of what was actually going on.
He's running, well, to be fair, he's been running in that slipstream in dirt, for so long, but Denzo's the closest we've seen him to total P's. He is surely going to at least attempt to move here. He looks to it. Pease covers him off well, though. He was definitely looking for a move because that is the closest he has been. But look how close Pease is as well to Chapelele. This is a really close battle between the top three, as it has been all race. 6 laps to go, remember, and that is crucial. Pease has got 3 seconds.
FTH is moving on. Sloth as well. It looks like it's going to be pretty much done and dusted just before the corner. And there we go. FTH has moved on Sloth. Sloth getting a little bit of a twitch.
Yeah,
but
I think that was the
dirt.
Yeah, they just nearly called him out. So now Total Peas will, if Denzo doesn't get past him, Total Peas is acting as a shield for Chapelele because of that 3-second penalty. So that is certainly going to help.
Yeah, it does look like Denzo does want to get past, though.
Well, he can't afford to be behind him.
I wouldn't be surprised. Surely Pease is going to want to get past Chapelele if he feels like he can drop him in his next...
I'm not sure anyone can drop anyone, to be honest.
31 laps into this race, I've just realised.
And 5 laps to go. Doesn't look like Denzo's going to be close enough. Pease certainly isn't close enough to get the move done. Coming up, actually, to a lapped car. I'm not sure that is actually that lap car.
It's going to be... Where are we? That is Farhad.
Oh, yes, Farhad again. Well, he's not lapped yet, but he soon will be lapped by his teammate by the looks of it. Chazza with a 3-second time penalty.
Albon and Verstappen, is this?
Are we gonna have a late safety car like we did in Brazil 2019 to really spice it up for the final few laps? Although at the moment, I don't think it would make that much difference. To be honest, at the moment, I don't think it'd make much difference because
I think no, it wouldn't actually, because Gurman and Jesse both have penalties as well. Gurman's made an error. I've just watched that happen. He's completely
gone
lost
off track.
the rear end.
Emerson can probably now smell P5, and it smells good. P's on the back of Chapelele still, but he's obviously got that 3-second. Does mean he can afford some more warnings now, though. 4 laps to go. But yeah, frustrating for Denzo because he's going to get P2, but Chapelele, unless something drastic happens, is going to get the win unless Denzo can get past P's and start to challenge him.
The way it is standing, though, Denzo is going to take the lead of the championship for today because he's obviously only 1 point off the lead.
Yeah, true.
And Emerson is down in P6. That drive-through has caused him no world of pain, but obviously not as much as Blaze has suffered today, ending up in the wall.
His tyre went through a lot of pain.
Yeah. No, I do believe, though, Blaze is still very, very much in this championship. I
do like championships.
Championship battle, especially if we just see 1 or 2 more mistakes. I know these guys are, driving this quick. You're very much on it, aren't you?
But obviously it is more difficult with a shortened calendar. That sort of thing can ruin a season. That's how delicate it is with that short calendar of 14 races.
I think consistency might be the one that wins it in the end.
He is getting so close to Chapelele. That's the closest I've seen him there. But you know what, actually? Chapelele's teammate might be doing a massive favour because depending on where he catches him, actually it looks like he might catch him a bit too soon for his liking. But if he managed to catch him a bit later, he would get his DRS, but I think he's going to lap him now, so that...
I think he is going to sit in front of him until DRS and then just get out of the way. Ghosting is on as well, so they don't actually physically have to get out of the way. But I'm sure most people naturally do.
You still
anyway,
have to get out of the way to a degree, otherwise you get a penalty from the game. Because the game doesn't know you're ghosting. Farhad gets out of the way. Chapelele does have DRS, so you could hear the button. Denzo goes for a little trip inside. Farhad screaming no homo. Total Peas still on the back of Chapelele. Still no changes. And yeah, I think Denso probably will be happy into the championship, but he'll still be frustrated. He'll still feel he should have won this race, considering that obviously he got P2 and him and Chapelele were very close. But it looks like at the moment that Chapelele is going to convert that pole into a win.
Still pick up a 3-second penalty.
Of course, yeah.
And just drop himself. But, I mean, he's looked so just secure ever since Pease has been the one behind him.
That sounds really disrespectful to Pease. That sounds like an utter violation.
The way I think Pease, I feel like for me in particular, Pease has just been happy to be in P2.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's just the way you phrased it was just hilariously disrespectful.
No, I know how, but the way it is, I think he's happy to be in P2. He doesn't want to risk too much. Maybe on the last couple laps he'd attack, but I don't think in himself he thinks maybe the pushing Chapelele too early would be ideal.
Then nearly dropped out of DRS range to Pease, so I think he's maybe saving ERS to go for a fastest lap.
It does look like Pease is now doing what I was just saying about attacking late, and maybe Pease just does want to.
Do you reckon with Denso falling back a bit, do you reckon he's saving ERS for a fastest lap or something, because he was right behind and then he's just sort of dropped off, and I think he realises he's not going to get the win, he's going to get P2 regardless. Let's try and get an extra point with that fastest lap, which I think is the right strategy to do. He's still within DRS, etc., so it's going to be fine, but to a point that he's not going to get obstructed by these two guys. So I think if he's doing that, that's a clever strategy, and I think that is what he's doing. Or maybe he just had a mistake and I'm overthinking it. We don't know. We will see anyway. I'm not actually sure who has the fastest lap at the moment. I
think it's Tango.
Oh, Tango does. It's a 108 something, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that he'd be able to do it anyway, because that fast lap was on a fresh set of softs.
Yeah, but obviously at the end of the race you have so little fuel.
Has just cleaned it.
Yeah, exactly. You do have such little fuel. I think it is possible, especially if Chapelele's claiming it there. Pease gets another 3-second time penalty, but he's still going to get a podium. So unfortunately, we're going to have to talk to him. Denso.
It's very spread out now at the end.
Denso's down on his time. I don't think he's going to get that fastest lap if he's going for that. Certainly not if he's down in the first sector. And Chapelele, I think he's pushing again because he's dropped Pease out of DRS now.
Yeah, no, Chapelele is looking very, very good at the end of this race.
He wants maximum points.
Well, it's a good idea considering he had a very, very bad Abu Dhabi for what he expects from himself. Picking up a couple 5-second penalties and an illegal overtake in the end of things, but no, he's going to come across the line today and claim his win, his second win actually of this season in race 3. But I tell you what, he's never had one easy though, has he?
No, and it's a really good performance. Chapelele wins in Brazil. Pease gets second on track, but he will drop down to P3. Denso, really good effort from him. I'm not sure about the penalty.
Well, Chapelele did actually get the fastest lap in the end as well.
Well, actually, other drivers out there still could nick it, but Jesse's going to come home P4, even with penalties. Same with him and Gurman have the same amount, and Emerson is going to get P6, which, considering the drive-through, is a pretty good result for him. P6 and P3 for the Mercedes duo. Chazza's going to get P8 on track, but he's got 11 seconds worth of penalties, so that is going to drop him to... is it going to drop him all the way to P10? I think he'll be okay for... I think he's going to... No, he gets P10, yeah. So Mars is going to get his first points of the season. Gods is going to miss out. And that concludes the Brazilian Grand Prix. And well done to everyone, and congratulations to Chapelele on the win, who immediately says that was long in the chat. Emerson cursing his drive-through, etc. And I am just going to quickly, do you mind inviting them, obviously, as I'm just... Yeah. And while we do that, I'm just going to quickly remind myself of the calendar. Yeah, next up is Bahrain. Interesting.
We won't be speaking to Denso because he doesn't have a mic, but we'll get the other two, who will join because they do love a conversation with us. I know P's absolutely, he dreams about it. No.
We got P's joining. Obviously got P3, but as you said, Denso doesn't have a mic, so he's essentially the runner-up in terms of the party. But yeah, we'll wait for their chap. So before I interview these guys, I will just run through the race order. And for this Brazilian Grand Prix, obviously Chapelele, pole and a win. It wasn't easy for him today, necessarily, but good battle with him, Pease and Denso, but in the end managed to do enough to get his second win of the season. 2 out of 3 for him, but he's not got the championship lead. Denso has, with P2, Toto Pease P3, Jesse P4, German P5, Emerson P6, respectable comeback after that drive through, FTH P7, Sloth P8, Mars P9, I think that's his first points of the season, and Chazza with the final points position. Then God's Tango, Farhad and Nolsey are the final finishers. So, we will start with Peace. P3 for you today. You obviously like Brazil, but considering you're up against some real aliens in Chapelele and Denso, who got 106.1s and 106.2s in qualifying, you got to be quite happy with that. Obviously, if it wasn't for the penalties, you would have got P2, but that was arguably probably the best you could do today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know how I got in that position in the first place. I knew it was going to be a long-ass train, because everyone was so close. But I managed to get a good start, get up to P3 off the start, and then the pits were just crazy. And then I ended up overtaking Denso and Blaze in the pits, so I was just behind Shap. And realistically, I knew Shap wasn't pushing, because on the straights, I had it in lean, I just had DRS on, and I was still catching him, so I knew he was holding me there. And I didn't have a problem with that, because it meant Denso didn't win, because Emerson is top right now. And yeah, I'll take a podium. Because if I wasn't in the DRS, I don't think I would have been there anyway.
Yeah, no, it was a really good drive, and as you mentioned, you kept getting close to Chapelele, but yeah, it seemed like he was controlling the pace a bit, and you did seem happy with sort of sitting there in P2. Obviously, a shame about your teammate Emerson, but he still a decent result for Mercedes P3 and P6. Some solid points considering the drive through. Was there? I did notice in qualifying you appeared to both do the try and give each other the toe, although your attempt of giving the toe to Emerson was awful. I just want to say that.
Yeah, no, none of that was even planned. He was just ending a lap or coming in, I don't even know. And I was at the end of my lap, so he's just like, oh, do you want to toe? It wasn't nothing planned. I don't think we're bothered to pre-plan.
Yeah, because it looked like, well, the way that you caught Emerson for your lap, it looked like that was pre-planned. And then we thought you were then doing the same thing for when he caught you, but then you got out of the way like too early, and we were like laughing, saying, you know, like Pease messed it up. But fair enough, it was a pre-plan.
It was a long ass race.
It was. But really good.
An Alfa Romeo arse the whole race.
Well, you know, just think next season it's going to be the other way round in terms of the Alfa Romeo livery, anyway. But yeah, well done on the podium, and yeah, good result for you. Good. And we now go to the race winner, Chapelele. Obviously, a really good way to bounce back after the nightmare in Abu Dhabi. Perhaps it was just the fact that I wasn't commentating that Abu Dhabi went wrong for you. But either way, two of the races out of 3, the 2 that I've commentated, you've won. So perhaps I'm your lucky charm. But yeah, congratulations on the race win. And yeah, how was that for you today?
I mean, the setup was 2 oversteering setup in quali, and then I made it 2 understeering for the race. But it got better in the end on the mediums because of the light car, and yeah, I was just keeping Peace and DRS. So then he got a pen, and yeah, I went for the fastest lap and got it in the end 2 times. So yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, I mean, it was completely unnecessary to get it again, but you did it anyway. In terms of the fastest lap. In terms of the pole lap, you're pretty happy with that? Because obviously it was cloudy, so it was always going to be tricky to beat what was a very good time from Denzel, a 106.2, because it was getting darker and darker, and yet you somehow managed to pull out a 106.1. I know it's Velocity who said it, but he said that, you know, I don't see anyone really improving by even the slightest amount. Yeah. So, but you proved him wrong with that. Pretty happy that lap, but I think you said you definitely could have gone quicker, because I think your sector 1 wasn't.
Yeah, it was a 10th off.
Yeah, so.
It was a good setup as well. But
I think from what we saw, you could definitely got a 105 judged on that lap. But yeah, obviously a good result for the championship. Next up, Bahrain. You won that last season, so hoping for the same, I guess. You're quite confident, I presume. You're always quite confident when it comes to these tracks, because you're an alien.
Yeah, Bahrain is quite good.
So, I mean, I guess we will be seeing you on the podium then, unless something terrible happens like Abu Dhabi. But yeah, congratulations on the win. Very well driven by a lot of people. Obviously, there were some incidents, but generally the racing was really clean, really exciting. And yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. That was Brazil. Next week is Bahrain, so we will see you then. Goodbye.